Once upon a time, in a town not too far away, there lived a little girl named Matilda. She was quite special, you see. While most children her age were playing with toys and games, Matilda adored books. She loved them so much that she would spend hours lost in their pages, exploring magical worlds and learning incredible things. Matilda had a family, but they weren't very nice to her. They didn't understand her love for books and learning. Her parents were always busy with their own lives, and they didn't notice how smart and clever Matilda was. Instead of encouraging her, they told her she was silly for reading so much. But Matilda didn't let that stop her. She found solace and joy in the pages of her beloved books. She discovered she had a gift, a special power that appeared when she was upset or angry. Things would move without her touching them. It was her secret, one she kept safe in her heart. Her world changed when she started school. Matilda met a kind and wonderful teacher named Miss Honey. Miss Honey saw something special in Matilda right away. She noticed how bright she was and how much she loved learning. Miss Honey encouraged her and made her feel like she belonged. However, not everything was perfect. Matilda's school was ruled by a frightful headmistress named Miss Trunchbull. She was mean and made the children's lives miserable. But Matilda, with her intelligence and her secret power, decided to stand up against the unfairness. With the help of her friends and Miss Honey, Matilda bravely faced the challenges and stood up to the fearsome Miss Trunchbull. In the end, she discovered that she was braver and more powerful than she ever imagined. And so, dear one, Matilda taught us that no matter how small you are, you can do big and incredible things if you believe in yourself. With a heart full of courage and a mind full of knowledge, you can overcome any obstacle that comes your way. As Matilda drifted off to sleep each night, she dreamt of new adventures, new books to explore, and a world full of endless possibilities. The end. Sweet dreams, my dear. Once upon a time, in a kingdom far away, there lived a young princess named Amelia. Unlike other princesses, Amelia didn't fancy gowns or tiaras. Her heart danced in the warmth of the kitchen. Her eyes sparkled when she mixed, stirred, and sprinkled ingredients to create delicious dishes. One fine day, as the sun painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, Amelia's father, King Frederick, called for a grand feast. Every chef in the kingdom was summoned to showcase their culinary skills, and the finest chef would be rewarded with a golden spoon. Amelia, the chef princess, couldn't resist the temptation. She hurried to the palace kitchen, her apron tied neatly around her waist. With pots and pans clinking and the aroma of spices lingering in the air, she prepared her secret recipe, enchanted apple pie. As the feast commenced, the palace filled with laughter and joy. Dish after dish, the chefs presented their creations. When it was Amelia's turn, she carried her apple pie with confidence. The first bite enchanted everyone. The flavors danced on their tongues, leaving them spellbound. But just as the judges were about to declare the winner, a mischievous sorceress, jealous of Amelia's talent, cast a spell. Suddenly, the kitchen went haywire. Ingredients flew, pans clattered, and chaos reigned. Amidst the commotion, the judges forgot who cooked what. The king was perplexed, but Amelia remained calm. She knew the power of her cooking wasn't in a golden spoon or a winning title. It was in the joy it brought to others. With determination sparkling in her eyes, she decided to break the spell. Gathering her courage, she whipped up a magical stew filled with laughter, kindness, and gratitude. As the aroma filled the air, the chow settled, and the judges remembered the taste of each dish. Amelia's enchanted apple pie shone in their memories. Impressed by Amelia's grace under pressure and her magical dish, the king declared her the winner. But more importantly, he declared her the kingdom's official chef, for her food not only delighted taste buds, but also touched hearts. From that day on, Princess Amelia became known as the Chef Princess. She cooked delightful meals for the kingdom, spreading happiness one recipe at a time. And every night, before the kingdom slept, they whispered tales of the Chef Princess, whose cooking was pure magic. And so, as the stars twinkled in the sky, the kingdom embraced the warmth of the Chef Princess's dishes and drifted into dreams filled with the aroma of her enchanted apple pie, knowing that kindness and a good meal can work wonders even in the most magical of kingdoms. Once upon a time, in a land far away, there lived a kind and creative girl named Rapunzel. She wasn't like everyone else because she had a magical paintbrush. With this special brush, whatever she painted came to life. Rapunzel was kept in a tall tower by an old and mean witch named Gothel. But Rapunzel didn't feel sad because she painted beautiful things and dreamed of exploring the world beyond her tower. Every day, she filled her paintings with vibrant colors, hoping that one day she could see them for real. One day, while painting a magnificent forest, something incredible happened. With a flick of her brush, Rapunzel stepped into the painting and found herself standing amidst the tall trees and colorful flowers. It was like her painting had turned into a real forest. She giggled with joy and wandered around, feeling the soft grass under her feet and the gentle breeze on her cheeks. As she explored, Rapunzel met Penelope, a friendly dragon who loved adventures. Penelope became her dear friend and helped her navigate this magical world inside her paintings. Together, they discovered new places, painted wonderful things, and had the most exciting adventures. But one day, while painting a lovely meadow, Rapunzel met Prince Stefan. He was kind and brave, and they became fast friends. With his help, Rapunzel found a way to escape the tower and the clutches of the witch Gothel. She reunited with her family and felt free as a bird soaring in the sky. Rapunzel realized that her adventures had taught her many things: how to be brave, kind, and never give up on her dreams. With a smile on her face and love in her heart, she continued painting and exploring, sharing her magical world with everyone she met. As Rapunzel looked at the stars twinkling in the night sky, she whispered, "Now, it's your turn to travel, not through painting, but through your dreams. Dream big and believe in yourself, just like I did. Who knows what magical adventures await you?" And with that, she closed her eyes, ready to embark on new adventures in her dreams, filled with colors, joy, and endless possibilities. Good night, my dear friend. Dream your biggest dreams, for they can take you to the most wondrous places. Once upon a time, in a town where snowflakes danced in the air, there lived a sweet little girl. She had no shoes to keep her feet warm and no cozy hat to cover her head. On a chilly New Year's Eve, she wandered the streets, trying to sell matches. The night grew colder and darker, and the little girl felt a bit scared. She knew her home wasn't a warm place to return to without selling any matches. So, she sat in a nook between two houses, holding a bundle of matches close. To stay warm, she struck a match. Poof! A tiny flame flickered, and in its glow, she saw a cozy stove with crackling warmth. Oh, how lovely it felt. As the match burned, she felt the cold slip away. When the match fizzled out, she struck another. This time, she saw a table full of delicious food. It looked so real, and for a moment, she forgot about the freezing air around her. With every match, she saw beautiful things. Bright stars, a smiling grandmother who loved her dearly, and more. But each time, as the match disappeared, so did the magic. Finally, she struck all the matches at once, hoping to keep the enchanting warmth a bit longer. In their gentle glow, she felt her grandmother's loving presence. The next morning, the town awoke to find the little girl peacefully asleep in the snow, holding the burnt-out matches. But her spirit had flown away, hand in hand with her grandmother, to a place where there's everlasting warmth and happiness. And even now, whenever snowflakes twirled outside your window, know that somewhere in a faraway cozy place, the little match girl and her grandmother share a sweet dream, wishing all the children a warm, peaceful night's sleep. So, close your eyes now, dear ones, and drift off into dreamland, feeling snug and loved. Good night. Once upon a time, in a land where dreams paint the skies, there was a girl named Alice. It was a night like tonight, stars sparkling in the sleepy sky, but Alice couldn't find her way to dreamland. As she lay in bed, the moon whispered a secret, a tale of a magical place called Wonderland. It was a world of curious creatures and marvelous surprises, a place where dreams danced with reality. In a blink, Alice found herself in a meadow filled with flowers that shimmered like bedtime stories come to life. A rabbit hopped by, wearing a jacket and carrying a pocket watch. Alice, with eyes wide open, followed the rabbit down a winding path. The path led to a garden where flowers giggled and sang songs made of petals. A wise caterpillar sat atop a mushroom, blowing gentle bubbles that carried dreams. He smiled at Alice and shared bedtime stories of faraway lands. Further along, Alice stumbled upon a tea party hosted by a Mad Hatter and a sleepy dormouse. They sipped tea that made them drowsy, spinning tales that made Alice's eyelids grow heavier. The Cheshire Cat, with its mischievous grin, guided Alice through a maze of dreams. It whispered, "Believe in the things that seem impossible, for they're the most magical." As the night deepened, Alice met the Queen of Hearts, playing croquet with flamingo mallets and nodding off cards. Their dreams painted the roses a peaceful shade of blue. By a sleepy river, an old turtle told bedtime stories to fish, their tails swaying like lullabies in the water. Each tale carried Alice closer to her own dreams. In this wonder-filled world, Alice's eyelids grew heavier with each enchanting sight. The white rabbit appeared once more, softly saying, "It's time for your dreams to take flight." With a touch of magic, Alice was carried back to her cozy bed, wrapped in a blanket of dreams from Wonderland. As she closed her eyes, she sailed off to a land where the impossible danced with possibility, and the sleepy stars whispered tales of wonder until morning's light. And in her dreams, Alice found the most magical adventure of all, the land of Wonderland, guiding her into a peaceful slumber under the watchful gaze of the sleepy moon. The end, until another dream-filled night. Sleep tight, dear dreamer.